games coming out, but the real games are coming out on PC. So, you join me every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to have some fun on the PC Playground, only on GameShout.
GameShout Radio is property of GameShout, a company of Red Planet LLC. All rights reserved. Executive producer, Andy Hodges. For live broadcast booking information, syndication, or advertising, email info@gameshout.com. All comments expressed on the show are not necessarily those of GameShout, Red Planet LLC, its advertisers, guests, or syndication affiliates. All music is licensed by ASCAP and BMI. Recordings of this broadcast prohibited without prior written consent. GameShout Radio. This show is brought to you by ATI. Get your new X800 Radeon card today. And BFG Servers. For game server rentals, visit BFGServers.com. BFG Servers, where size does matter. GameShout Radio, the #1 talk game station in the world.
And welcome back to GameShout, your #1 video game station. We are live, Thursday night edition of GameShout. And you can read all about us at GameShout.com. If you want to chat with us live, just simply go to GameShout.com, click on chat. That'll get you right into the radio channel on irc.gamesnet.net. And the Thursday night show, of course, we got the console game reviews. Sci-fi's tonight, right?
Oh, yeah, Science Thursday.
What else we got on tap tonight?
Well, we got Gamepad Gamers. Arena Football is, let's see, and what was the other preview? Oh, Dead or Alive 4. And then the reviews are Prince of Persia 2 Thrones. And, of course, there's always... Go ahead, Raptor.
Finish that bulletproof, my man.
Yeah, right on, right on. And then we have a roundtable with an anime update. Soulrift, Jadri, Vicious, they're all going to walk us through some of the most interesting stuff in the world of anime today, including Gundam Seed.
A lot of good stuff tonight. What's during the 9:30 hour?
That's the anime update.
Okay, a lot of good stuff tonight.
Yeah.
Here on GameShout, and there's Dungeons and Dragons online, and Soulrift is here to talk about that.
Yeah, actually, this is something that I found exciting. I've been following with it. I've always been a big fan of these MMORPGs, and I've been following the Dungeons and Dragons online Stormreach MMO. Well, I've got some fun news for you all. The stress test is now publicly available. You can download the client and start checking out the game. It's pretty cool, and they have these live events. Actually, one of them is going on at the same time as our show, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time, same time that we're on live. And if you participate during these online special stress test events, you could win a spot in the closed beta. Now, this stress test is going to end on Saturday night at midnight, so you've only got a couple days left to check this out if you haven't downloaded the client. The high-resolution client is a whopping 2.5 gigs to download. I mean, jeez.
Gigs? Oh my gosh.
Wow. There's a lower resolution one too, but I mean, I'm not wasting my time with low-res stuff. So I just downloaded this all overnight, and I've been checking it out today. And it's kind of cool, because it stays true to a lot of the D&D stuff, except for a few significant changes. I mean, right away, the first thing that I criticized a D&D MMO was the magic system, which was not very compatible with the MMO genre. So of course they changed it. So instead of having, like, you can cast 2 spells a day, you now have magic points, just like every other online game. So it's pretty cool. Check it out.
Very cool.
And we also have a contest going on. We are giving away prizes, video cards, and Soulrift. Well, actually, it's you, Mav. You've got information about that.
That's right. We want you guys to design a computer case mod showing off your very favorite game. Now, you can either draw your design or actually build it if you want. Your case is going to be judged only on the appearance, not on the inside mechanics. Basically, look, this is going to give you an opportunity to show off some of your artistic talents. It's going to be judged on creativity, skillfulness, and, of course, the personal preference of the GameShout staff. We are all going to be judges. We're going to vote on our top 3, and the top 1 that gets most votes wins. But, sorry guys, you got to be a U.S. resident and at least 18 years of age or older to enter. And what you're going to do is you're going to send your pick of your case or your design, your drawing, to contest@GameShout.com. That's contest@GameShout.com. Only 1 entry per person, guys. Deadline is January 3rd, 2006, 12 noon. Now, winners are going to be announced live on January 5th between the 9:30 and 10 p.m. segment. Now, we want you to write. We want you to add your phone number to your contest entry, because if you win, we're going to call you and bring you on live into the show. Okay? I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast. The prizes are NVIDIA 6800 video cards for all 3 places, but then we break down to some great memory and flash drive combinations in the 2nd and 3rd place prizes. Some really cool stuff, guys. You really want to jump in on this one. We had like a couple thousand entries in the last contest. I don't know if all those couple thousand are going to have as artistic talents as maybe you do. So, bring it on.
It's going to be a fun contest, that's for sure. And there's a lot more prizes to give away on this. It's sponsored by Newegg.com as well as us here at GameShout.com. There's going to be some...
those are PNY NVIDIA cards. Those are PNY NVIDIA, so thanks PNY.
There's going to be details up on the website either sometime tonight or definitely on Friday. In case you're listening to the podcast after Friday, you can already see the details up on the homepage at GameShout.com. And for those that are writing in asking when we do these prizes, usually it's not really a spare of the moment type of thing, but they will be and have been monthly. We did take 1 month break, which was the Thanksgiving month of November, but every month now we're going to have these prizes, and it looks like it's going to be more and more stuff to give out.
Oh yeah, I definitely like that. I mean, it's so much fun giving out stuff to you guys. I mean, I like that stuff. It's kind of fun, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Captain Maverick and the wacky news from around the world.
GameShout Radio and Newegg.com want to bring you some holiday gifts this holiday season. Things like flash drives, memory, video cards. Hey, look, if you want in, all you've got to do is enter the Newegg.com GameShout Radio Box Mod Contest. Your objective is going to be to design a computer case mod showing off your very favorite game. Now, you can either draw your design or actually build it. Either way, it's going to be judged on appearance, not on the inside mechanics. The rules are going to be posted at GameShout.com, but you must be a U.S. resident and at least 18 years of age to enter. You're going to send in your pick or drawing along with your phone number to contest@GameShout.com. Now, the deadline is January 3rd, 2006 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and winners are going to be announced on January 5th, live on GameShout Radio between 9:30 and 10 p.m. You got to be available. We're going to need to talk to you on the air. And where's the best prizes? Only on GameShout Radio. Welcome back to GameShout Radio. This is Captain Maverick, your host for the wacky news from around the world, and we're ready to rock. Let's have some fun. Oh, yeah. We're definitely ready to rock. All right. Look, there's some funny stuff going on in the world, but right away, we're going to go ahead and take you right into, well, Michael Jackson's reality. Join me for a moment, if you will. Turns out the producer, Corey Rooney, is shopping around a reality show. Features Tito Jackson's three sons as they try to break into the music business. Now, Michael's siblings, LaToya and Jermaine, would also be part of the show that would feature the former members of the boy band as they try to get this career going.
I just had one thing. Is he still going to put up the shower curtains and stuff with these kids? Because you can't see him. He's got nets on them and stuff. And well, you can't see my children's face.
Well, Michael's brother and sister, LaToya and Jermaine, his brother, those are his siblings, not his kids. Michael will not let his kids be on this show. There's no way. But
I was going to say, I thought, okay. But wait a minute. These guys are has-beens. They've done their thing. The '80s is over.
Oh yeah, but this kid band here, T3 or 3T, excuse me. We'll see what happens. But it's not known whether their Uncle Michael is going to be a part of the show. The networks have all passed on earlier Jackson reality proposal in which the family wanted to show how they rallied around Michael after his California acquittal on child molestation charges. Yeah.
Where did they go after that? Was it Chuck E. Cheese's or something?
Yeah, I think it was someplace like that, and they immediately they found Michael.
No offense to Nolan.
in the ball pool there, you know. Oh boy. Oh, and they're complaining about the price of an exorcism in Germany.
Exorcism?
Yeah, out of Berlin, a German woman lost more than 5,000 euros, about 6,000 US, after a would-be soothsayer convinced her that she was possessed by evil spirits and that prescribed an expensive exorcism as a remedy. Now, the police in the central town of Nithheim, they said the 44-year-old was told that she was possessed by this young woman who read her palm at a Christmas market. Victim became very agitated and agreed to an exorcism at her home the following day, for which she paid the seer more than about 5,000 euros cash and in jewelry. You got to know there's an issue if it's being paid in jewelry too. Now the exorcist then gave more bad news. There were other evil spirits that needed to be cast out. Well, that's
cost some money for that.
That's right. That's when the bad feeling crept over the victim, and then she informed the police right away. Yeah, police arrested the 17-year-old woman from former Yugoslavia. The victim's money and the jewelry have been returned. But yeah, that's a little expensive for an exorcism anyway.
If they just go to, they could find a priest to do it for free.
In some places you can, but I don't know. I don't know if they're doing them that commonly anymore. In fact, I think actually it's a little more common than it used to be. Hey, out of Cyprus, Greece, a raunchy picture of a Cyprus teacher in a certain state of undress was surreptitiously, I can say the word, I swear I can, downloaded from her mobile telephone and sent to hundreds of pupils. The picture made its rounds at the school in this little port town of Lissamol. It's on it's a Mediterranean island. Anyhow, this was back on Tuesday. This teacher left her phone unattended by her desk. The prank was not appreciated by the parents or the teachers. The police have launched an investigation into the incident. In fact, they're taking fingerprints on the mobile phone. We should have news any day now. They got to fingerprint the fourth grade class.
Oh, jeez. Speaking of fingers, I see all these pictures today of Iraq, and all these people are holding up their fingers. And at first I'm like, why are all these people holding up their fingers? Well, that's how they vote. So
that's right.
I was just wondering.
Ooh, pick me. Yep. Well, a young German woman, we got several stories out of Germany today, Young German woman tried to make her love rifle go bald by mixing hair removal cream with her shampoo. Well, Bridget Tallman, 20, was given a 6-month suspended sentence by a court in Mainz after slipping this new product to her housemate, Lisa Burgermeister, slipped it into her shampoo. Well, according to the witnesses at the trial, she said that she used to go out with Tillman's ex-boyfriend. It's kind of a thing between, fight over a boy, I guess. Well, Tillman was charged with grievous bodily harm as the two different hair chemicals blended into a dangerous mix, which burned Burgermeister's hand before she could even use it. Now, Burgermeister's doctor told the court that Lisa's hands were quite badly burned by the corrosive chemical mixture. He said he didn't even want to consider what would happen if she'd actually washed her hair with it. Ouch. Gosh, some people are just, like, rare. You know what I mean? Oh, and hey, police officers were stunned when a car crashed into their patrol car, and they found a 3-year-old boy was responsible. Little Oliver Wilmot Coaster. He was left strapped in the car by his father, Jeffrey, who went into a shop to buy his son a Milky Bar.
Oh, jeez.
The youngster manages to take car out of gear, and then he releases the handbrake. Then he steers it 15 yards down the road. He came to a sudden stop when the white Proton car smashed into a police vehicle. This are reports out of the Daily Telegraph. Now, Mr. Coaster became aware of the incident only when a police officer entered the shop and says, "Does anyone have a white car on here?" 54-year-old lorry driver ran from the store in Bournemouth, Dorset. He found his son unharmed and was sitting in the passenger seat with the belt still around him. All the boy said was, "Have you got my Milky Bar?"
Oh, man.
That's a future NASCAR driver.
Future NASCAR is right. That's funny. I mean, just this was what a day. In fact, let's go to Romania. Romanian builders are in trouble after geese ate the walls of a school that they were supposed to be renovating. Yeah, geese ate the walls. No, this is real. Yeah, jerk, Soulrift. Give me a break. They're all real. This Romanian, these geese, they pecked away at these polystyrene panels they'd installed on the outer walls of the school in this little village. And in the village, village where Constantine Negru said that the builders were responsible for failing to protect the panels until they were covered with mortar. Yeah, after all the geese just, they ate all this paneling, this polystyrene, and then they weren't walking right afterwards. The animal control was a little concerned about the geese. It may have damaged them. We don't know for sure. Oh gosh! And imagine, if you will, going through DC here. Imagine if you took your child and you're going to take a plane trip to, let's say, Italy to see your family. And you've got this little 9-month-old baby in your arms, and you and your wife getting ready to board the plane when they say, no, your baby can't go on the plane because your baby is on the no-fly list, which deems individuals as suspect terrorists. That's right. Now, this baby's not alone. Since September 11th, over 28,000 people have applied to be cleared of the TSA's branding, which prevents them from flying or even boarding an airplane. Over 2,000 Peter Johnsons, for example, have complained to the TSA. So
even Ted Kennedy was on that list at one point. They wouldn't let him on the plane. True story.
See, now, that I can understand, though, okay? Let that alky on a plane, we got some real problems. I'm sorry, geez, gosh, now I'm going to get in trouble. Well, I guess I'm not saying anything that's not legitimate and real, but anyhow, to get cleared, applicants must apply for a letter, which must accompany them during their air travel. However, the letter does not prevent delays. Passengers are still hassled. In fact, one of the innocent Peter Johnsons describes the process as hellish. What price must we pay for the security we enjoy?
Enjoy?
Seriously. We do have a greater degree of security than other countries. You don't see the bombings and things going on in the United States the way you see in other countries. And we pay a price for those, those securities. And sometimes the price is the cost of our freedom.
Your name is Peter Johnson. You can't come on the plane. Your name's Peter Johnson.
Yeah, I know, and it's a 9-month-old baby. How could this baby be on a terrorist suspect list? Give me a break. I know. They've just gone a little overboard, in my opinion, in some of these areas. It's just kind of silly. But, hey, we're going to pay some kind of a price. So, okay, imagine, if you will, St. Petersburg, Russia. An escaped elephant is roaming the streets. And authorities are just trying to decide whose job it is to catch it.
The sheriff.
Yeah. Well, exactly. The animal, it was being transported through Russia by an unnamed Finnish company, a company from Finland. It escaped from its container by smashing through the walls. There have been a number of sightings around the city, but no one's tried to catch the elephant yet because, well, it's unclear which arm of the emergency services is responsible for catching escaped elephants. That's all. What are they going to do? I know. It's amazing. I mean, the stuff that's going on. And don't start, Jadri. That's my last story of the night. Back off.
It's a very good one.
Oh, it's an incredible story. Got a couple stories to go yet, but check this one out. I don't know how to pronounce this. BVUMBWE. It's a country in South Africa, okay, in Malawi. Well, yeah, Malawi, Malawi. 2 people were taken to the hospital after being shot by police. They were part of a mob that was storming a residence of a local Chinese businessman who was accused by the locals as having eaten a dozen South African boys.
What?
Yeah. See, police, they had investigated the man's home earlier based on some allegations from some local town leaders. Witnesses claim they saw one of the boys recently visiting the man. Police, they found nothing to convict him, so the locals formed an angry mob. Now, the Chinese population in the South African tea-growing town of Bumbwe is the best way I could pronounce it, Bumbwe. They have a reputation for, well, eating humans since the 1800s when they arrived to build the railway. 5 officers were arrested for excessive use of force and are currently under investigation in the shooting.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, that's you can say but I mean, it's pretty amazing stuff. And out of my stupid criminal file, where's the stream? There's the heat. Famiglia Cristiana, or Christian Family, Italy's leading Roman Catholic magazine, came under fire after it ran an ad for a ventilation company which showed a woman in the shower. Now, readers could easily see her backside through the steamed-up shower door. And if you want to see clearly, the ad said, call an electrician now. Well, the editor, Reverend Antonio Scortiano, at first he defended the ad, but then decided to apologize to the readers after they made it clear that the ad upset them. Okay, look, I say cut him some slack. If he's been following his vows, the photo wasn't something he'd be able to recognize anyway. Oh, and Panty Raid. Jennifer Stefanovic See, I can say it. I swear I can. Jennifer Stevanovic. She's 31. She's been sentenced to 2 years in prison for theft after stealing thousands of pairs of Victoria's Secret underwear to sell on eBay. Yep. But it's not the end of her legal troubles. The city of Andover, Massachusetts, has charged her with welfare fraud after paying her $117,000 in assistance. What tipped the detectives to the crime? Stevanovic was living in low-income housing in Andover. The district attorney spokesman had told us, but at the same time, she was also driving a brand-new Mercedes SUV. Yeah. In these sort of cases, it's, well, always about the bottom line. Anyhow, let's say yeehaw! As a Charlottesville, Virginia 34-year-old driver, Jody Ellen Finney, performed an amazing stunt. She flipped her 2003 Ford Taurus after going up a tow truck ramp, and then landed upright in the front of the truck. In front of the truck. No injuries, but Finney was charged with DUI. I'll tell you. Okay, here they're on I-64, and it's an on-ramp. A Virginia state trooper is in the process of getting this other car towed away when Finney's car careens into his cruiser and into the abandoned car before totally catching major air. Incidentally, the original abandoned car belonged to a suspect who was being chased by police for speeding earlier in the day and fled after being pulled over. He ran on foot. Yeah, he said, "See ya." Yeah, she goes up the ramp, flips the car, and lands on its wheels in front of the truck. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Wow. Just a good old boy.
That's what I'm thinking, you know?
Never meaning no harm. But they've always been running from the sheriff all their lives. So I always wondered about that.
Yeah, you and me both. All right, our last story tonight. Look, guys, I want you to think about this very carefully. You've got to be very careful about those people that you meet on the internet. You never know who they are. Daniel Asenau, isn't that how it's pronounced? Or Asenau? Anyhow, he's from Marseille, France. Asenau. Okay. Okay, sounds like a drunk. Anyhow, Daniel, he's from Marseille, France. He spent months talking to this online girlfriend, and then he arranges their romantic meeting, a rendezvous on a remote beach. He's walking up the beach. He sees this figure in the distance, a beautiful lady, and as he approaches her, she turns around, and they both about lost their shorts when finding out that that was his mother. That's right. Daniel has been having several talks with his mother on the internet, very racy ones. She even sent him a picture of herself who turned out to be a model in a magazine. During their first traumatic encounter, a passing patrolman cited them for visiting a restricted beach after dark, by the way. She says, Danny and I were so flustered, we blurted out the whole story to the cop. And Nicole, by the way, is 52. Yeah, it's all over the place, but right now...
This is GameShout Radio, the #1 talk game station in the world. Visit GameShout.com for more info. GameShout. GameShout.
GameShout Radio in